What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we do upload PvP content every single day, so please consider subscribing to the channel if you're into that type of content. Today we're going to be looking at a team that is along the lines of Caleb Peng's double grass strategy. Basically, this team is running two grass types, Shiftry, same as Caleb Peng's team, and then Tropius in the back instead of Meganium, Registeel instead of Skarmory in the lead, and performs more or less the same, but has a couple different matchups. So let's take a look at this first match against Heavy Nomas, and we're going to see that Registeel into Deoxys. So of course this is a horrible lead for us, so we're going to switch into Shiftry here, and we're going to be met by the Zweilous. So I'm just going to go for the Leaf Blades here, try to get off as much damage as I possibly can. It doesn't really make sense to shield in this matchup with Shiftry because we are going to lose it, and the best thing you do here is just go for as much damage as you can. Let this charge move come through, and then bring back in the Registeel. But I actually go for the shield there, and we're not able to get to another charge move, so we're down a shield now. And that was a very poor decision on my part. And that comes from not really understanding the Zweilous matchup, because it's a very uncommon Pokemon, so I don't face it a lot. But it's a very good Pokemon as well. So down a shield, bad start. Dark Pulse comes through here on the Registeel. And I'm just trying to get to this Flash Cannon. I overfarm a little bit, and that's going to cost me because another charge was coming through. But we know it's going to be a Body Slam this time because he definitely did not have enough energy to get to another Dark Pulse. Tried to underfarm a little bit here. Was not able to. And Deoxys is going to come back in. All I'm trying to do here is get to the Flash Cannon, which I do. So that's perfect. And at this point, we're in a really tough spot because we're down a shield. And we're going to have to shield this Rock Slide. So we're going to be down 2 shields. And we have a bunch of win conditions here that we need to meet. 1, I need to commit to the farm down on the Deoxys. That's first. Number 2, I need to hope that there's a water type in the back. So we did number 1, we farmed down. Azumarill is number 2. It is Azumarill, so that's great. Now the third win condition, I have to be able to sack swap this Registeel. And my switch timer has to come up. So I have to buy time for that switch clock to come up. So I have to go for the Leaf Blades. I have no choice but to go for Leaf Blade here. So I do that. Switch timer's up now. And now I need to switch right away because he was at the charge move. We catch that. We met the 4th win condition. 5th condition here now is just to complete the farm down. Can we do it? And they have Play Rough, so they actually need an extra bubble. And they get to it 1 Razor Leaf short. Gonna come up just short of winning that game. Very unfortunate there, but you might be saying if I had just went for the farm down instead of doing the Leaf Blades, I could have won. That's true except for the fact that the Leaf Blades were necessary in order to get the switch timer to come back up. So if I didn't go for the Leaf Blades, I would have got hit by the Play Rough anyways. And I guess actually because it was Play Rough, there might have been a win condition there, but I didn't know he had Play Rough. Obviously was expecting Ice Beam. Either way, next matchup here, Umbreon lead. And this is a pretty interesting matchup for Registeel because obviously Focus Blast is going to be super effective. But the main issue here is that Focus Blast will not KO the Umbreon. So assuming this Umbreon wants to use its shields, we could be in a spot where we lose the lead but maintain a shield advantage, which is probably what I'm going to be looking to do here. So our opponent goes for another foul play. And I am going to get to this Focus Blast. Now this will not KO, but it'll put it very low. And as you can see here, the Umbreon actually does choose to burn its second shield. So at this point, obviously, I'm going to shield at least once. Go for one more Focus Blast just because both Tropius and Shiftry aren't the greatest counters for Umbreon. But after this Focus Blast puts it in farm down range, I'm definitely going to let the Registeel go down. Bring in the Tropius. Great that it used its energy here because I'm not going to commit a shield. I'm going to bring in the Tropius, and because I'm running Razor Leaf, it's going to be able to farm down. Preferably before we get to another charge move, which it does. So this is really good for us. And they're going to bring in Blossom here. I'm totally fine seeing that. And it's running Bullet Seed. It's a Shadow Blossom, so if it is a Sludge Bomb, it would hurt a lot. But that was definitely way too quick to be a Sludge Bomb, so a poor decision on my part to shield there. But they bring in the Azumarill here. Gonna get off this Leaf Blade. And I'm going to switch into the Shiftry because Tropius has a much more favorable match against the Blossom in the back. So I could definitely tank at least one Ice Beam here from the Azumarill at this health range. And we will get off the Leaf Blade here. And this Leaf Blade is, of course, going to KO the Azumarill. And Shiftry is going to get off a Foul Play here, which is really going to hurt the Blossom because it is Shadow as well. And at this point, we're going to let the Shiftry go down. The Tropius is going to come back in, and this is pretty much Razor Leaf farm down range. So we are going to be able to win this game. So GG's there into the next matchup against Pegway. And Pegway is going to be leading into our Registeel using a Skarmory. Okay, so Skarmory is a pretty interesting matchup because it beats both Shiftry and Tropius in the back. So I need to make sure I get rid of it with the Registeel. Now, in this particular matchup, I do anticipate the Skarmory switching out. But it looks like they're actually choosing to stay in, which is a little bit strange, but I'm okay with that. And I'm just going to go for Flash Cannon now instead. And this, of course, is going to put the Skarmory very low, or KO. I think it's going to KO, but they actually choose to burn a shield, which totally caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting Skarmory to shield at all. And then I use a shield in the Sky Attack, which is also a mistake because the Registeel definitely could survive that. I was thinking maybe it's Flash Cannon, but I'm going to survive that anyways. Part of my reasoning there for the shield is because I thought because they were shielding the Registeel's attacks with the Skarmory, I figured maybe their whole team is weak to Registeel. So I decided, okay, let's just keep some health on it. But turns out that's not really the case. Lantern comes in here, Thunderbolt won't KO, so I choose not to shield, knowing I will make it to this Focus Blast. And now Tropius, or Registeel has done its job, no longer need it. Let it go down. Going to bring in Tropius here, simply for the fact, again, of the Razor Leaf damage. It's going to be able to farm down a lot easier than Shiftry would. So if Thunderbolt comes through, we have no problem taking that. And what is the last Pokemon? It's an Umbreon, and this is another good matchup for Tropius, especially with the energy lead. So we're just going to keep Razor Leafing here. We have Shiftry in the back as well. But at this point, I think Tropius should be able to handle this. And it's actually running Dark Pulse instead of Foul Play too. So that, of course, is beneficial to us as well. Leaf Blade is going to come through here. They choose to burn their shield. And I should survive this Dark Pulse. And we probably wouldn't be able to get to farm down with Razor Leaf, but I just bring in the Shiftry here, going for the Leaf Blade, which would end the game, and our opponent actually chooses to back out instead. So we end up taking that game as well. Moldman 2-5-2-5 is up next. And of course, a lot of these matchups so far have gone really well for us in terms of winning the lead and whatnot. Rank 6 and 7, I did really, really well with this team. Here, we are facing an Umbreon lead. Opponent switches out into a Swampert. Pretty much the best thing you could see with this team. Going to bring in the Tropius here. And I know this is not a Sludge Wave because it's way too quick. So we're just going to farm down with the Razor Leaf. And our opponent actually backs out. So very quick game there. Love to take those. And H-Slim 95 is up next. But yeah, rank 6 and 7, I did really well with this team. We ranked up very quickly. I was going 4-1, 5-0 almost every set. Rank 8, things got a little bit more challenging. And in tomorrow's video, we'll take a look at some matches in which I lost hard. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video on that. Here we face the Granbull lead. They switch out into Altaria. And I'm going to bring in the Registeel here. And basically, Registeel is the only counter I have to Altaria. So I'm actually very happy that they brought it out now. Because if it was in the back for both Tropius and Shiftry later, I'd be in a really bad spot. So as you can see here, I actually switched the lead on this team to Tropius instead of the Registeel. So this time we're playing it a little bit differently than the previous matches. And sometimes I like to do this just to sort of, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like sometimes if I lose a game or two, I'll be like, okay, let's switch it up because it's not working anymore and find a new pattern, and I just keep running with it until something changes. But here, the Altaria, Sky Attack going to come through. I'm going to shield that because they actually bring Whiscash here, which is perfect. So I'm just going to go straight Leaf Blade with the Shiftry. And you may be thinking, why did I bring Shiftry instead of Tropius? Well, the main reason for that is because Shiftry is going to be super weak to Granbull's Charms. So I don't want Shiftry in for that matchup. And Tropius is pretty much the only Pokemon I have left that could defeat the Granbull. So I bring in Tropius now. And this Whiscash definitely cannot get to another Blizzard. So this is only going to be a Mud Bomb, which is perfect. going to commit to a farm down here. And because I'm committed to a farm down, if they bring back in the Altaria, I should be able to knock it out with this Aerial Ace, which is huge for us because we needed to get rid of that Altaria. And now at this point, the Grand Bull is going to have a pretty hard time with this Tropius, going to go for this Leaf Blade. And Tropius in the back is actually going to sweep this back line and win us that game. So very well played there. Moving into the next matchup here against Miguel. 119228, and he is going to be leading an Alolan Marowak. So this is a very bad lead, not only for Registeel, but for the entire team. So I'm going to switch into Tropius, and the main reason I switch into Tropius here is because that's the only Pokemon that could sort of handle Marowak, because if you could catch the Bone Club bait, Tropius is very bulky, so you could actually win that matchup, sort of. He actually switched into Azumarill though, which caught me off guard, because I've never really seen anybody switch Azumarill into Tropius, so I was a little weird. It might have been a misclick possibly, or perhaps he has some other plan up his sleeve that we don't know about. But either way, I'm going to go for the Leaf Blade here. It's going to knock out the Azumarill. And let's see what he brings in. Actually brings in Altaria, so not sure why he didn't bring that in the first time. Perhaps he knows we're running Double Grass. That'd be a genius call on his part. Not sure how we would know that because we didn't lead Skarmory or anything. This isn't a team other people are using, so it would be a crazy prediction on his part if he predicted Double Grass and was planning this year. But he does commit to the farm down and actually beat us there. Going to bring in the Registeel again and look to catch the Sky Attack, of course. And he switches out into the Marowak. I bring in the Shiftry here, and this right here is the most important call of the game. If this is Bone Club and I shield, I lose. It is Bone Club. If that was a Shadow Ball, it would have been great. If I didn't shield the Bone Club, it would have been great, because both of those decisions would have allowed me to get to 2 Leaf Blades. Instead, I'm only going to get this 1 Leaf Blade because I took that Shadow Ball damage and shielded the Bone Club. And had I gone to a second Leaf Blade, we would have probably gotten very close, if not knocked out that Marowak. We could have actually got to a foul play the second time. So matchup could have definitely went a totally different way, because the Marowak would be gone. We'd have Registeel quite a bit of health, as you can see. Flash Cannon ready, and we should have been able to knock out the Altaria at that point. So very well played by our opponent to bait us out with the Bone Club. Switches into Altaria here as a sack swap. I mean, even if this wasn't a sack swap, I have to throw the Flash Cannon at the Altaria anyways. But good swap anyways, and our opponent is going to be able to knock us out with the Sky Attack and win that game. So very well played there by Miguel. And we are going to lose that match. Sayo 102 is up next. And we are going to be leading into a Torterra. So Torterra runs Sandtomb and Frenzy Plant, I believe. So this is a pretty good matchup for Registeel here. I'm just going to go straight for Flash Cannons. And actually switch into the Tropius here, which is interesting. Catch the Sandtomb, of course. We could resist pretty much anything, but it does lower our defense, and we've given up switch advantage. So, not entirely sure about that move, but the main thing here, though, that we have to consider is that because I did switch out of that match, that Bastion on the back now is not going to be able to have its way with Shiftry and Tropius in the back, because I still have my Registeel to counter it, whereas had I not done that, the Registeel would be gone and have no counter for this Bastion on. So here we're up 2 shields, and I'm actually going to bring in the Shiftry here. Now this is pretty crazy, but I'm going to bring in the Shiftry here because I have the shield advantage. Take this Flamethrower and go for the Leaf Blade here. So we give up the shield, but the Shiftry is still relatively healthy, and they actually shielded, which was crazy. I switched into Registeel, hoping that I could lock on Farm Down. Was not able to. So the Bastion hits us with the Flamethrower. Registeel could definitely take that a lot better than the Shiftry can. They bring in the Whiscash, and I get off this Focus Blast, which is huge, because that's going to put it definitely in... Well, I mean, Leaf Blade's going to destroy it anyways. Tried to get to this Flash Cannon with CMP tied. I had the Flash Cannon ready, but I'm going to choose to let the Registeel go down instead. Save that shield for the Shiftry, because I'm going to need it for the Torterra in the back. So here, he had a lot of energy, possibly a Blizzard. We shielded correctly. Go for the Leaf Blade here. Had to overfarm a little bit more. Could have probably overfarmed actually a bit more too. Do get the Leaf Blade off, and the Torterra is going to come back in. Need to get off this foul play. And this is going to be a race to the charge move. Leaf Blade should be enough to KO now. We are able to get it because Snarl is such a fast energy generating move. And we are able to take that match after the Bastiodon comes back in. Actually forgot about the Bastiodon there, but its health was so low we were able to beat it with Snarl. So very good. Milo Strike is up next. And we are going to be leading Registeel into Azumarill. Okay, so I like this matchup for Registeel. We could definitely win this. But because we have 2 grass types, I'm okay with bringing in 1 here. I actually bring in Shiftry. And we bait out the flying type. So just as the Caleb Peng team works, pretty much the same concept here. And the foul play comes through. But the thing I like about this team as opposed to Caleb Peng is that a lot of people aren't going to suspect Caleb Peng because there's no Skarmory in the lead. So you could kind of catch them a little bit off guard. Gonna bring in the Registeel again now. And I'm hoping that this Altaria doesn't shield because I really don't want to take any damage from this Altaria. And I want to get rid of it. Don't want it to be facing my Tropius in the back. So great, Altaria goes down. Azumarill comes back in. And you have to think, Altaria and Azumarill, what else are they going to have in the back? Very likely going to be a Registeel, I would imagine. So it's actually kind of important that I do keep my Registeel alive here because of that. So we do get the shield from this Azumarill. We get to another Flash Cannon here. And we don't get the shield. That's fine. I'm looking to catch the Hydro Pump here. This is like a crazy switch. I counted for the Hydro Pump. It is. So no Ice Beam. My goodness. And we're able to farm down there. That was crazy. The Meganium's going to come in here. It's actually, so this is game over now. Not Registeel. Meganium is perfect, what I wanted to see. I made the switch into Tropius there because I felt I was going to need the Registeel in the back for their own Registeel. But it actually turns out they have a Meganium. So at this point, it's pretty much game over because Tropius just absolutely destroys Meganium. So we are going to end up taking this match here. Gonna shield this. Frenzy Plant's not going to KO anyways, but just building up more energy to get to that Aerial Ace. And this probably won't KO, but it's going to leave it in Razor Leaf range for the farm down. And I could actually do a sack swap there for the Registeel if I really wanted to get fancy. But no point. So well played there. And again, that came down to some of the switches. But we do end up winning that set. We went 4 or 5 in that particular set. With this team, I went a lot of 5-1, a lot of 5-0s, a lot of 4-1s, 3-2s. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.